What's going on, you guys? Today we're going to talk about the 13 must-have accessories for your Kawasaki Vulcan S 650, and we'll get to it right after this intro. See you then. What's going on, you guys? Welcome back to the vlog. Welcome back to the channel and another episode of Clutch Throttle Go. Today, we're going to talk about the 13 things that I believe are a must-have for your Kawasaki Vulcan S 650. And by the way, happy Labor Day. Figured I'd push another video out this weekend since I had another day off work. Let me switch this camera around and we're going to talk about 13 must-have accessories, I think, for this Kawasaki Vulcan S 650. Hope you all enjoyed the video. Everything that I've got on this bike that I'm going to show you all here in just a moment, I will have links in the description so you can buy every single thing that I have bought from the direct link that I got it from. And with that, I actually did make a list this time of all the stuff that I need to talk about so I wouldn't forget it. So the first thing we're going to talk about isn't really something I'm going to show you, but it's the power relay and the DC power outlet that Kawasaki offers for this bike. Power relay is actually going to fit down below inside of this thing, and it's really easy to install. All you really need to do is just take these 4 bolts right here out, and then when you take this cover off, there's another bolt up here, a little bigger size, and another one down here. You take those out, and then you can pop this whole cap right here off. It's very easy, very straightforward. There's no back and forth sliding. It just pulls right off. It's got, I think, 3 grommets, one here, here, and here, if I remember correctly. Once you pull those off, you have like a metal bracket kit or whatever, and it's pretty straightforward. It's kind of obvious of how it's going to go on, but there should be instructions anyway to tell you. But the power relay is just going to go right in there. It just sits inside here on the part of the frame, and that's all there is to it. I'm not going to bother taking this off right now. I have another video on my channel showing exactly how that power relay goes on, so feel free to check that out. I didn't do a video, however, of this, but there was kind of no need because just like the power relay, there's a lot of videos already showing it. But this is the 12-volt car adapter thing that I bought. It comes with this housing right here, and it comes with this, and it's got the, rain cover, weather guard for it right here, so it just plugs right up. If I can, there it goes. It's also easy how that mounts into place because it only fits one way. So once you do it, I didn't watch a video, I didn't ask anybody. Someone was kind of guiding me of how to do it, but it was pretty simple anyway. So even if they weren't here to show me, I could have figured it out with ease. Again, if not, it should be in the instructions of how to do it. The next thing we're going to talk about, is of course the adapter here, the 45-watt charger. So this is something I got off of Amazon. Excuse the mess on the bike. I need to clean it. I just haven't done it this weekend. It is a 45-watt charger. Obviously, I think it's 45 watts either way, or I'm not sure if it does 45 on the top and bottom. I would assume the C charger is definitely 45. And it's got 2 little things right here, little rings that kind of just, they pull all the way out once you get your cords out of the way. But I'll plug that back in there. Boom, like that, and it's in. So, by the way, the cords I got, I just use a Rode from my Rode audio system I have. I have that in here just so I can slip it inside here and charge my e-cig when I have my e-cig in here. And I've got a coiled USB-C to lightning cable that I've wrapped around here and coiled around and used it for my iPhone. You can, of course, USB-C to USB-C if you have Android. Don't really think I had to get a coiled one because I could have done this with the basic iPhone cable. However, it's white. I wanted black, so, I'll have the link in the description again of exactly which cable I bought. But that's what I used to get rid of that. And of course, obviously, when you're using other cables for your iPhone, it'll intermittently charge. So you'll notice it'll kick on, charge, and go off, kick on, but I don't care, it charges the phone anyway. So with my iPhone cable that I was running, the regular white one, It did not do that at all. It charged all the time. So just a heads up for those of you who have iPhones. If you got Android, you probably don't have to worry about it at all. The next thing we're going to talk about is this windshield. Okay, I've got the PUIG, however you say it, windscreen for this. It's the shorter one. I think there was a short and a tall. Again, that will be in the description, which one I got. But you can see PUIG right there. If it'll focus, hey, there you go. This windshield, if you're looking for a windshield to keep the wind off of you, this thing is absolutely useless. I will just say that right now. Does it help the aesthetics of the bike? I'm not a big windshield person. I don't think it looks bad. I think it looks decent. Would I rather have it off? Yes, I would rather have it off, but I do keep it on there because even though it doesn't protect me from wind and bugs and stuff like that, it does protect the instrument cluster behind it from getting smacked with everything, you know. Because can you imagine trying to get a towel back here and trying to clean all this crap off all the time? It would be a royal nightmare, because it's already a nightmare to clean off, like, in through here and all this stuff when bugs hit it. So for yourself, this is useless. For this Hobbit right here, it's definitely a great thing to have. If I were you though, I would get the cafe style windscreen. It's more expensive, but it does look better. I think this looks wicked until I get it next to somebody with a cafe style windscreen, and when I see theirs, this just doesn't look as good. So take that with a grain of salt. This is much cheaper, and to bolt it on, you just take the bolts out of the main post right here on both sides, and it comes with extra long bolts, you know, longer than the ones that were originally in this, and you just stick that right back in there. Now, I was a bit skeptical about that at first because I thought this would just drop. It doesn't. It stayed in place for me, so I would assume that it would stay in place for everybody. You probably have to take something to separate this piece right here in order for it to fall anyway. So anyway, that's what I did for that. And if you ever needed to get back behind here or take this housing off or whatever, these little caps just pop off like so, and you can take those out and the windshield will just pop right off. So not a big deal, pretty easy to get to. Next, let's talk about this. So that is an LED bulb, and that is also an LED bulb. I don't like turning her on and right back off, but I was just showing you those. The LED bulbs that I got, the main one for, you know, all-time use, that is an H4 LED bulb, and I got it off of Amazon. Also, the one for the daytime running light, that is also it's a 194 LED bulb. Again, that'll be on Amazon, but those two make a tremendous difference. This one right here in particular doesn't make the biggest difference in the world just because it's always on. It's a daytime running light. It's not made for like seeing, you know, your neighbor's eyes through their windshield, you know. With the halogen that was in there to begin with, it looked kind of tacky having, you know, a bright LED bulb here and then this yellow piece up here. So I went ahead and got them both done, but this one down here, I'll leave it off the high beam. I'll just leave it on the low beam at all times, and it's actually a really good bulb. Way, way better than your stock bulb. And you can look online and see videos of people who've actually done that before, and it's pretty wild. Sorry if I'm talking too fast. If I ever do that to you guys and you all feel like I'm rushing it or something like that, I'm just trying to get used to talking a little bit quicker and not leaving so much blank space in my videos because, you know, it leaves time for people to get bored with it. So next up, we've got, I literally went through and I wrote down a list of everything that I've got for this bike, period. So I didn't write down the radiator cover. That's the only part that I did not write down because that was given to me by someone, and they had ordered one that never came in the mail, so they, you know, asking for a replacement, I guess. Well, the first one came in, and they decided to give me that one too. So that was a pretty nice gesture. It was much appreciated, and I still appreciate that. So for that person, if they watch this video, you know who you are. Thank you still for hooking me up with this. I don't know where this came from. I'm assuming Amazon, and I think it was about $40 or something, but I don't have a link in my description for that, and I can't put one in there because I did not purchase this. But if you go on Amazon and you see these on here and it says Vulcan S on the bottom of it, I mean, even if it doesn't, it'll probably be fine. But that is the only thing that I have on this bike, the radiator cover, that I do not have a link for because that's simply I did not buy it. People were asking about the LED kit. Now I'm gonna get to everything in here, the bag, you know, all this extra stuff, motorcycle mount, cup holder. I'm gonna get to everything, but just kind of going with the flow of what I've got here. I have got a LED light kit. Now, you can skip, you know, another 2 minutes in this video or however long this takes to talk about this. But people were asking how I installed this LED light kit. Okay, I took the seat off, and then right around the battery area is where I put the module at. The module for it, I just stuck to the side. I did not put any extra switches. Some people were saying, you know, you need to put a kill switch on it. There's no kill switch. It's straight to the battery. It has its own fuse and stuff like that, or the module pack, whichever for it, and I've ran it. I did take the gas tank off. I don't know if I really had to or not, but I did it just to make sure that I've got it done the right way. But I took the seat off here. Battery's right here. The module's right beside that, okay? Now, it was a 10-piece module, 10-piece kit, and it didn't have enough to wrap all the way around and get this side in the middle too, but that's okay because you don't need to have one right here because there's, I mean, you're gonna get, what, a little bit of light showing right here. So it's all good. My first one is gonna be up in here. As you can see, it's right there. That's an LED strip, and I'll turn it on, and there you go. So that's the LED strip. And it just kind of wraps around the frame of the bike, honestly. It's pretty straightforward. It was easy to install it. It took me a while because I did it the right way. You know, I took the gas tank off and tried to put it all together and slip it under there. Now, this is not a must-have accessory. I did put it in this list because it's actually the only thing on this list that's not a must-have, but I decided to put it on here anyway because it's something I just bought for the bike, right? There wasn't a really good hiding spot for this one, but your leg usually covers that anyway. And I need to reattach this part right here. It's just an extra piece, but I was trying to make sure it didn't fall off, and it usually stays right there. So I need to, I guess I'll have to glue that, hot glue or something. I can glue that in place, but that goes around there. And then I wrapped it up under the plastics here, took some tape and stuff like that, and stuck it right there, and have another one up on the inside and to the other side, as you can see over here. It does change colors, but this is not a particular video about these LED lights. It is just a video showing the accessories, so I'm gonna turn that off. There is another video on my channel showing off this LED light kit, so again, feel free to check that video out. Man, I'm sweating like a pig already. So we got the power relay, we got the DC, we got the Tollefe 45-watt car adapter, we got the windshield and the LED bulbs, we got the 10-piece light kit. Now let's talk about the Rigg commuter bag. This thing is pretty cool, okay? This thing right here. So it's got buckles. This is the only thing that I don't like, because if you leave your bike and you leave this on here, yeah, sure, you can put a lock on here and lock that up, right? But it is buckled on, like so, and it can come right off. There's no way to lock that down. And that's just formed with the shape of my bike. It's not actually, it's completely flat when you put it on here. Now, I took a piece of, you can't see it, but I took this stuff right here, okay? I cut a big old piece of this, and I stuck it up under my passenger seat to keep, because you have to loop these, all right? There's like 4 pieces, I can't remember how many pieces it is, but you loop them through and then stretch them apart, and they, you know, come out like this. I had to make an X-styled shape for this particular bike because the seat is a bit smaller, and how you have to put it all on, it's kind of like, how do you get it on there and make it set right? So I just made an X style instead of going straight across like so to be able to fit this. That was my grandfather's clock, and there you go, focus. When I was like 5 years old, I think I put that duck sticker on there. So yeah, sometimes I forget that's in here until it just does its thing. But yeah, if you hear that ticking noise in the background, that's what that is. But yeah, X across for it to fit on here, you know, good. And this bag is actually pretty cool because it, tell you what, give me 1 second. I'm gonna cut this part and go straight to it because I'm gonna use both hands to connect those. All right, I've got those connected back in there, you know, they're buckled in. This will not go anywhere. It's sturdy, it's great, and sometimes it's a little sideways on the bike, so that's, you know, just taking, shift it over, straighten it up, whichever. Now, it's kind of neat how this works because it has an extra zipper over here. This is the bigger style of this commuter. It's the commuter touring or tour bag from Rigg. Again, it's in this description. But this little zipper right here, you take and go around like so. It is water resistant, but not waterproof, and it does have a bag inside that you can wrap around, and it's actually very snug and secure. But you do this, and then you can raise it up for extra space. Like so. I can put my full-size modular helmet in this thing and it zip right up. That's pretty awesome to be able to do that. That's why I actually got this bag, was so that I can do that. So let's zip this back up. So, and show you the inside. Not much to see, it's just the inside of a thing. I got my hat and stuff in here. It does have some extra straps in here if you really want to use them for whatever purpose you need it for. Some instructions that I just left in there. And this right here, you can take this out and buckle it to either side, you know, diagonally, and you can kind of throw it around your back and wear like a backpack. So when you do get off the bike, you can actually take this off and, you know, wear it around if you want to. This, I would take the bag out and show you, but it's gonna make the video way too long doing this. But you just unzip this, take the bag out, that cover, and the cover will simply go over this. Now, there is the same style zipper on that cover. I thought it was cool. I did not know that it had this until I opened it up. It unzips the same way on the cover, and the cover expands the exact same way the bag does. So it will fit both, you know, collapsed and expanded. The extra cover will. So that's a really cool thing that Nelson Rigg did. I did not expect that. That's some extreme detailed quality right there. So now we got the Nelson Rigg commuter. What's next? Oh yeah, we probably should talk about the stuff on the handlebars, right? So this is a cup holder. I don't know how to pronounce that name. Kimimoto, I guess. This is a cup holder. They've updated it because people had complained about it before with it being like too shaky or whatever. They've got an extra bolt, and it'll tell you in the instructions that you need to take this Velcro. There's a piece of Velcro that goes down inside. You can't see it right now, and it's gonna take too long to try to focus that. There's a piece of Velcro. You lift the Velcro up, you tighten the bolt up, and then you put the Velcro back in, and it keeps anything from scratching your cups. It does have this right here, so you can tighten it up if you need to. I don't really use that very much. And you might wonder how in the world, you know, it's a Kawasaki Vulcan S, how are you gonna fit this on here? And I just simply put it to the rubber piece on my mirror. And it's been perfectly fine. It doesn't go anywhere. It's tight, secure, it don't twist on me. I've used it a couple times already. Once was the trip out to Glacier National Park. I had a big old bottle of water in there. So it's been pretty useful so far. And I also take my, you know, charger and I stick my e-cig in there, and it's got a place for my e-cig to sit instead of, you know, bouncing around. So now this one's a very subjective part because it really depends on the phone that you have. Okay, this is a motorcycle phone mount. I don't remember exactly which one this was. There's two different ones, but you can see by this how it is, how it hooks on here and whatnot. This is an adapter piece that goes into the metal clamp here. They make two different ones for two different styled handlebars. I will link the right one that I bought in the description, whatever this is. But this is a Rokform motorcycle mount. Now, this extra piece on here is something I bought. That is their motorcycle stabilizer, their phone stabilizer, so that vibrations don't screw up your camera gimbal. And I do believe that happened with my camera because I have the iPhone 13 Pro Max. And when I was on my trip, I actually noticed, hey, my camera seems to be like, I'm trying to, you know, use my zoom on it, my 3x zoom, and sometimes it would just kind of twitch or jerk or whatever, and it wouldn't stabilize. I'm like, what the crap is this? I don't know if not having this to begin with was the cause of that, but I know that it worked fine before I started putting it on my bike. So I've replaced my camera module since then, and I haven't had an issue yet. I haven't used it a whole lot, but I mean, I just took it to Apple and they replaced the whole module. So it's got a brand new camera in there. If this goes bad, I will update you all and say, hey, this doesn't work now. But that is what this part right here is designed to do, is to help stabilize your camera and keep it from, you know, messing up that camera gimbal. It's a little dirty. This whole bike's dirty. But yeah, it's just got little rubber grommets on there and whatnot that just help to make it stabilize. This right here is a button that locks it. So you can take and press that down and it keeps your thing from locking. Let's try this right here. You can see, yeah. So this right here, I'll just point at it on the phone. That plug, I can take my case off and pop that plug out. When I do, I put my phone right onto this, lock it in place, twist it, and it clicks in. All right, it's really simple how that works. They make an extra plug that I just bought actually. It's like the sport ring or whatever, so you can take that out and then you never have to take your case off again. You can just put the sport ring in place and twist it in, and it locks on just like this does. So it doesn't pop out of the phone, it locks into place like one of those pop locker. The things that all these girls are putting on the back of their phones nowadays. It replaces that. I'm not sure how I feel about it so far. I bought one and I used it for most of the weekend, then I put this back on because I like the flatness of it. So I guess it just depends on if I'm gonna be on a long cruise or not, whether or not I wanna use the ring. But that's what this is the Rokform motorcycle mount, and it locks on the same way without having this stabilizer on here, because when you take this off, I don't know where I put the box. It's probably in my bedroom or something, but I've got the original piece, looks just like this piece right here that sticks onto the mount itself without all this jibber jabber on there. So your phone will still lock. Now, I say that's subjective because everyone has their own like quad locks and whatever else there is out there. I'm being spammed on YouTube with quad lock all the time, YouTube and Facebook. It's kind of getting annoying. But that's what I use because I have iPhone. It works for iPhones and the good versions of the Samsungs. So if you have a flagship Galaxy or Note or something of the sort model, then it will work for those. Rokform doesn't make it for anybody else. So iPhone and Samsung Galaxy users only, to my knowledge. So take that with a grain of salt. You might go with quad lock on this if you're anything else, but I do like this. It's very, very, very sturdy. So there's that. So we got all that covered so far. What is next? I've gone too far into this Rokform stuff. Passenger seat and pegs. Yes, because that does not come with your brand new Kawasaki Vulcan S when you get one. And I got one more thing to talk about this bag before we get into the pegs. So when you have this bag off, okay, you notice these little scratch marks right here that I'm very, very, very unhappy about, and the scuff marks right here that I'm very unhappy about. So I'm gonna probably have to replace my fender eventually in this part right here, because this thing was immaculate before I put this bag on here. It's not the bag's fault. It's just because either I don't know what I'm doing or there's a system that's just missing here. But when you have this bag off and you're just riding around with this attached, these buckles want to flap and hit your bike. So keep that in mind before you buy one, that you should have done what I'm going to do and put you some clear tape, duct tape or something. Put you some clear tape on here. That way when these things come down and smack it, it doesn't rub your finish off. Yeah, with that being said, the passenger seat and pegs, that is a must-have accessory. I mean, you don't necessarily have to have the pegs, but you definitely want the seats. And you know, maybe even a passenger backrest, honestly. Just because, sure, you may or may not have somebody to ride with you, but the passenger seat is great for if you want to have storage on here, if you want to put anything on like which I don't have the backrest. I don't know if I'm going to get the backrest because it's stupid expensive for it, but that is a must-have accessory in my opinion, is getting that seat. Now, mine did come off of Amazon. I bought the genuine Kawasaki parts from Amazon. Honestly, I think that they are just fine. It's super high quality. I think this is actual, that fell off again. It's whatever. I think this is actual Kawasaki. It does say genuine on Amazon though, so I don't know why they would lie about that. So I believe this is from Kawasaki themselves, and I mean, the quality, the durability of it it's really, really good. And I've put some WD-40 or something like that in there, so that helps it from squeaking. Of course, it's squeaking again, but that one's not. That one's good. Seat, the pegs, must-have accessories. I don't really need to explain that much any further because you get it. That's something that every motorcycle should have. Yeah, that is all the stuff that I have done with my bike. I hope this was informative. This is everything that I use on my bike for, you know, up to now, 20 some odd videos I have. This is what I've progressed and got so far. So if you like what you see, as I said, the video, the links to all this stuff will be in the description. And I'll just do this right here. Y'all can pause that for a split moment and see exactly what I got here. With that being said, guys, it is Labor Day. I'm gonna enjoy the rest of it. Y'all enjoy the rest of your day. Happy Labor Day. I hope y'all like this video. If you did, hit the thumbs up button for me. If I'm talking too fast, just tell me in the comments. I'll try to slow down. With that being said, y'all ride safe, and I'll see you all in the next video. Be sure to subscribe if you haven't already. Please do so. I'm like 1 subscriber away from that 100 subscriber mark. It's like, what in the world? Come on, hit that 3-digit threshold. All right, guys, like this video if you liked it. Hit that subscribe button. I'll see you on the next one. You all ride safe. Peace out, and let's see where the next video takes us. Peace.